Hey all, my topic is sericulture. Sericulture is the rearing of domesticated silk moths and silkworms for commercial silk production. Silkworm has 4 stages: egg stage, larval stage, pupa and moth. Sericulture has two categories: mulberry sericulture and non-mulberry sericulture. Mulberry sericulture employs mulberry silkworm. Non-mulberry sericulture employs taser, airy and muga. Requirement of mulberry sericulture: superior races of Bombyx mori and high quality mulberry plants are the two important requirement factors of mulberry sericulture. And others: rearing shed for rearing silkworm, rearing trays for keeping eggs with mulberry leaves, rearing stands for placing the rearing traces, rearing stands for placing the rearing trays with contain the silkworms. The legs of the rearing stands should be kept inside ant wells. This prevents the entry of ants. Spinning trays for keeping fully grown caterpillars. Then we need basket or leaves chambers for collection and distribution of mulberry leaves. Then one day chopping knife and board and mats for cutting mulberry leaves into small pieces, and the paraffin paper to cover rearing trays for maintaining humidity and also prevent the weathering of leaves. Rubber strips soaked with water to maintain humidity. Then require feathers for brushing together young larvae. The thermometer to measure room temperature. Hygrometer measure humidity. Oven to maintain desired temperature at different stages of life cycle of the silkworm. Freezer for storage of eggs. Then one day nylon nets. Coconage is made up of rectangular bamboo mats for keeping mature larvae for spin cocoons. Major steps of sericulture: selection of silk moth, growing of mulberry plantation, rearing of silkworms and collecting and processing of cocoons. Criteria of the selection include disease resistant, adaptability and fitness to the climate condition of the desired locality and silk production potential, etc. Mulberry leaves are only food for silkworms, and sericulture is dependent upon the availability of mulberry plant. Commercial cultivation of mulberry plant is called moriculture. In India, 5 main type of planting system: pit system, angular system, row system, collar system and strip system. Silk moths are reared in rearing house for mating and fertilization. After fertilization, female is covered with inverted funnel and allowed to lay eggs on sterile cloth. And last step is collecting and processing of cocoons. And two type of methods of plant propagation: seed propagation and vegetative propagation. The next heading is irrigation, manuring and pruning. The mulberry plant grown in a moist soil and needs sufficient water supply, irrigated once in every week. For the healthy growth, the plant need organic manures, compost, cattle dung, bone meal, etc. and inorganic matters, ammonium sulfate, potassium sulfate and superphosphate, etc. Pruning promotes formation of new branches and leaves. It is 4 types: top pruning, middle pruning, bottom pruning and collar pruning. Top pruning is high cut, middle pruning is middle height cut ചെയ്യുക, bottom pruning is low cut, collar pruning cut at the ground level. Drainage management, maintenance of superior races of silk moths and supply of eggs or larvae to sericulture. For hatching, eggs are spread on bamboo trays over a bedding of paddy husk. Periodic washing of tray with copper sulfate and fumigate with sulfur. Larvae fed with dry mulberry leaves. After 6 days, larvae grown 3 to 4 cm long. After the growth, transfer to the fresh tray. After 6 to 7 weeks, the fully grown larvae become inactive and to move to the spinning trays, start to pupate. Harvesting of cocoon takes place after spinning is completed, then it undergo molting and transform to pupa. Ideal time for harvesting of cocoon between 5th and 8th day of pupal life. Post-harvest processing of cocoon, stifling, killing of pupae inside cocoon, deflossing, separation of floss from the cocoon, cooking, heating the cocoons in hot water, brushing, removal of floss layer from cocoon, reeling, unwinding and separation of silk filament, lacing and skeinin, final packing of reeled filament. Thank you.